job.
Thank you.
You crushed it, man.
Thank you. Isn't it weird to now sit out here right after I just did all those jokes?
A little bit. You guys having a good time? See, that's another gimme I like to do. I got married this year. Are you having a good time? It always makes people yell for some reason.
Right?
They just do it. Yeah, eating a bear, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another one.
Right?
Yeah, you're a NBC finalist on Stand Up for Diversity, right?
I was the gay one that year.
The gay one?
Yeah.
Because they only allow one? There's
Pretty
a
much.
quota?
Yeah, it was like a gay, a lesbian, a they. They get a they, a them. And then it's like, some black people, some Mexican people, an Asian person, and then, we fight for that one spot that... It's a really good time. It's a really good time.
Cruel, but fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
So this time of year is not really your favorite?
No. I do love Christmas, like, hypothetically, but I don't like it aesthetically. Like this is like a I've given up on myself look. I'm not like accruing this or cultivating this look. Do you know what I mean? But what happens is that I get hit on by people who have Santa fetishes, and that is never fun. It's never fun. It involves a lot of like Christmas time like wordplay. You know, like so people are always like, I want you to taste my milk and cookies, and they don't mean. Like I don't even want to know what the milk is in that scenario, yeah.
It's obscene.
Yeah, it is.
I think
it really
I know
is.
what it is.
Yeah. And they always look like elves too. So the person who has the Santa fetish then looks like Ellen DeGeneres, or you know what I mean? Like male or female, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so like all the Hallmark and Lifetime movies showing people falling in love at Christmas, I guess that sets up some pretty bad expectations.
I think so. I think people are out there. Well, I fell in love at Christmas.
You did?
Well, someone fell into my bed at Christmas and then returned it into a relationship. You know what I mean? Like I picked him up for another season and then another season and like that. I didn't lock in for like a long term, not for a while.
It's kind of like a Netflix deal.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, are we gonna get season 4? Well, let's see. You know
Probably
what I mean?
not.
Like,
not if you love it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get it.
So I didn't expect to fall in love at Christmas time. It just happened.
But you
that
did.
Way. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I look at all these, I've been in December. I always ask that question for the last 2 or 3 years. Have people fall in love at Christmas? And almost always nobody responds with a pot like a yay.
Yeah.
But what I didn't ask today, I forgot to ask, is I usually ask also, who's hooked up at Christmas? Who's had some Christmas strange? You know what I mean? We exchange fluids, not presents. You know what I mean? Like we're not exchanging names. We're exchanging like numbers and whatever. But so I think people hook up at Christmas. That's more of a
yeah. I mean, I usually around Christmas I'm spending a lot of time with family and cousins.
Yeah.
And I am from West Virginia, so I can see that happening, but it hasn't. All right, I promise you. I have a lot of fun at Christmas. I do still believe in Santa. I know he's real because that fucker owes me money. And he owes me new plumbing. Did you know he's lactose intolerant? He's been lactose intolerant since 1995.
Oh, I'm sure.
And he's just too embarrassed to tell anybody. So he's just shitting in everybody's toilets.
Yeah.
Like just doing absolute paint jobs on everybody's guest bathroom. And I'm just so sick of it. I'm over it. How do you feel about Christmas decor? You passionate?
I like it. We just put our Christmas tree up yesterday, so I don't know if that means we're like heathens or...
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reduce, reuse, recycle, so I just kept up my Halloween decorations, like my spiders and my skeletons.
You just put little bows
just
on
put
them?
little Santa hats on them. And my neighbor said it was tacky, and I was like, what, you never heard of Bitey, the spider that saved Christmas? The Spidey who saved Christmas,
the Spidey.
And they're like, no, what are you talking about? I was bitching about this on TikTok. There actually is a spider who saved Christmas.
Oh, okay.
It's a sweet little Ukrainian Christmas tale about a spider, a family puts a pine cone in their living room and it grows a whole pine tree, and then they don't have any money to decorate it, so they go to bed sad because they're like, Santa's not going to see our lights through the window and give us presents,
Yeah.
Spider comes in and spins gold and silver web all around the tree, creating royalty for them. It made some money, and then that's the origin story of tinsel. Is that not the cutest shit you've ever heard?
That's pretty cute.
That's adorable. So I went and told my neighbor she could go fuck herself. Spiders at Christmas when little Santa hats are classy. Everybody's all about Charlotte and that pig.
Yeah. Some pig.
But yeah, some pig. But Spidey doesn't get any No, I like to ask the tough questions while I'm up here. Yeah, here on Davi the Scapegoat and on All the Laughs Lives, I like to ask the tough questions. So I'm gonna hit you with one right now.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hash browns or home fries?
Oh, hash browns all day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everyone, thank you.
Yeah. But I would like to point out that what we call hash browns, let's get a little more serious about it. You know what I mean? Like when you go to McDonald's and they give you that potato cake and they call that hash browns, that's not hash browns.
What
you know
is
what I mean?
that?
It's not.
No.
And when you go to Bojangles, because I go to all the good places, when you go to Bojangles and they get the potato rounds, those are also not hash browns. They're not. They're something. They're delicious and whatever, but they're
they
not.
call them potato rounds.
Yeah.
At least they're being legit about it.
I was in Fort Collins, Colorado, which I wouldn't recommend. And for breakfast, I wouldn't recommend it for breakfast because it's like northern breakfast and Midwest breakfast and whatever. It's you know what I mean? Southern breakfast is the best breakfast. But so I was there and they didn't have hash browns or home fries. They had something on the menu called house potatoes, which I was like, that sounds racist. I know it's not, but it sounds racist. And I was like, excuse me, what are house potatoes? And she went, well, they're sort of like hash browns and home fries. Get them, you'll love them. And I was like, the waitress, you are the queen of lies, but I'm gonna follow this through. I have no choice. I have to eat potatoes. So I ordered the house potatoes, and they turned out to just be tater tots. Oh my god!
What?
I was like, what is? Yeah. What an emotional roller coaster! I was like,
How rude. That's so upsetting.
Yeah.
And there's so many places in Atlanta that it says hash browns.
Yeah.
And I go, is it real hash browns? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, if you bring me out a cubed potato, I'm going to flip this table and I'm going to set this place on fire. I don't even need matches. I'll get 2 sticks and I'll do it old school.
I would have never known you were from West Virginia until you said potato.
Potatoes.
Potato.
Okay.
No, but you're right. It's absolutely, and home fries, any idiot can make home fries, right? You just cut up potatoes, you cook them in the oven, you do them in a pan, whatever. Hash browns, that's a skill. That takes a skill, right?
Yes.
You at least have to have a grater, you can't. Yeah.
I swear, every guy at Waffle House that is cooking those hash browns, I'm like, he's just off from his engineer job. He's a fucking brilliant man.
Right.
That is a genius right there.
Right.
I did hear you complaining backstage about the old Taylor Swift versus Kim Kardashian.
Yeah,
that just hit you this year.
It just hit me this week. So they named Taylor Swift Person of the Year because I guess there's nobody else better to. I mean, that's a weird.
I was busy.
Yeah, I know. Right? I was like, okay, well, we skipped over a lot of people to get to her, but I had never was aware of the Kanye, Kim asking permission to call her a bitch in the song, and then they released the edited video. I was busy that year, with my I had my own problems or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now I'm just getting caught up to that, and I'm like, oh my god. Now retroactively, I'm Team Taylor the whole time.
Really? You've been a Swiftie since 2019.
I guess so. I mean, retroactively, because I was
it.
so upset for her. I was like, oh my god, is that what she had to leave? Is that what the Reputation album was about? I'm all the way now. All of a sudden, just on the ground floor, it's the day she's named Person of the Year. I'm like, oh, now I like Taylor Swift.
Now I like her. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked her cat even.
But they did her
I'll
dirty.
say it.
I feel like
they did.
Yeah, I mean,
she's owed an apology, I guess, by Kim
Well,
Kardashian.
what does that
I don't
even
know.
mean?
What is?
Are they going to be friends now? I'm not invested like that.
No?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you sounded pretty upset backstage.
If they make up,
yeah.
I'm there for the breakup, not for the makeup.
Oh,
you know
gotcha.
what I'm saying? Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. Well, and now you'll understand what that song "Bad Blood" is about. It's not about her period.
As a gay man, I can't even listen to that one. Skip it. Bad blood.
It's she is really mad at Kim Kardashian, still. So I did want to ask. I ask everybody on my podcast around the holidays. I like to say, give a happy holiday to who you care about or who you least care about, and it usually ends up being a little negative, whatever. This year, I'm saying happy holidays to everyone except Taylor Swift's cat. Fuck you. That cat's never done a day of labor in its life. Those are the softest paws I've ever seen. And you're on the cover of Time? Are you kidding me? So I want to know, who do you want to say happy holidays except to?
Okay. I just love all the hard-working cats that you just shouted out there.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that lazy-ass cat. all the the cat's clocking in for the late shift.
It doesn't do anything. That cat has so much monies, and I don't have any monies.
I mean, I hope it pissed on her neck just a little bit. But, okay,
Probably.
so I want to wish a happy holidays to everyone, and I mean everyone, except couples who sit on the same side of the table when we're at that restaurant. Fuck y'all and your judgmental ass. Y'all shouldn't be together. You gotta look at everybody else. If you can't, look, my husband and I have been together for 24 years, and he's always trying to do, like when we're at a four top, he tries to sit diagonal next to me, and no, we're not doing that. You sit across from me until the day you fucking die. Do you know what I mean? Don't touch my hash browns, you know?
I'm a same side sitter.
Are you?
Right.
What's the right? What are you looking at?
I am.
Everything you need is right next to you.
I have bird bones, and I'm cold, and I need a cuddle sometimes, especially if I made the wrong decision. Like, I'm very indecisive.
Yeah.
Like, you should have seen me getting ready today. Jesus Christ. But, like, the server will be like, what do you want? And I'm like, blah. And then right when she turns away, I'm like, no.
Oh, no.
And, my husband's, like, right there to be like, I'll get her.
Do you ask what he's having? Do you have to know what he's having before you can order?
Because we'll
that's
split.
That's how my husband.
Yes.
I can't. Like, we'll get to a restaurant. I'll be handed the menu. I haven't even looked at I haven't read one thing. And he's like, "What are you getting?" I'm like, "God damn it, give me one." Like, yeah, but he always has to order. But then do you ever order what he has? Like, exactly?
No.
Never?
Because we're going to take bites.
Okay,
yeah,
he does that.
It's frugal.
I'll come up with a perfect order, and then he'll order it first before me.
Oh, gotcha.
And then I look like
All right.
I've taken his order, and I'm like, "What is that?"
I'm starting to understand my motivation, though, because I'm like, oh, it's just because I'm cold, and I'm like little damsel in distress. But now I am like, okay, it's a little bit, I like judging people.
Yeah.
Like, we sit together, and
Yeah.
it makes me feel like I'm on American Idol, but I'm like Paula Abdul American Idol, so I'm like,
Yeah.
like drinking way too much. It's not Coca-Cola in that little cup, you know? and then when they come back and they're like, do you like it? I'm like, it's a no from me.
It's a no from me.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
a
I like to
pitchy
do.
dog,
Just a little pitchy dog, yeah.
I guess that makes sense because there's a lot of times where my husband's trying to talk about somebody behind me, and if you can't tell, I don't have a neck, so I can't turn to look.
Yeah.
So nothing behind me interests me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just say, oh yeah, when we walk out, I may look at that person or whatever,
But no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a wrap for us.
Is that a wrap?
It's a wrap for us.
You think that's a wrap?
Yeah.
I feel good about it. I think we ended on a high there. I do feel weird sitting next to you now. I feel like I should have sat directly in front of you. That's fine. Thank you guys so much for supporting All the Laughs Live. ATL Live. That's what's up. And it's Ian a Bear.